Yeah! Welcome to Choo. My name is Jacob, and in this video, my sweet little darlings, I'm going to show you how I made this delicious dandelion wine from dandelions that I foraged from the garden myself. So I did a dandelion foraging video. If you've not yet already seen that, check that out. Then come back here or watch this one first and then go check that out. But basically, what I discovered was, hang on, let me start again. So I was in the garden, I was looking around these little flowers, I'm like, what the fuck, what are all these little things? Just so happens that my mother-in-law, not too long ago, get out of here, got me this little book. Knowing that I love to forage and that I like reading, gave me this cool little book, and I rummaged through, and wouldn't you know, look, it's even on the bloody cover, dandelions. I was like, oh, so that's what the fuck a dandelion is. Like, I know that they're edible. I listened to a podcast on them. I thought, hey man, what the fuck? And during my research from here and just listening to a podcast and whatever, I found out that dandelions are really, really good at helping your liver repair itself. So, you probably already know this, but if you don't, your liver is one of the few organs that can actually repair itself if it's been damaged from, say, getting punched real hard. I don't know if you've ever done any boxing. I've done a bit of martial arts, and I tell you what, getting hit in the liver fucking sucks. It just knocks your leg straight out from under you. Or just say, I don't know, a little bit of this. Well, not this specifically, and I'll explain what I mean. But, you know, your liver, your organs, as we get older, as we live this wild life of extreme decadence, your liver takes a toll. It can repair itself over time, provided the damage is not too extensive. And there's certain things in dandelions that can aid, allegedly, with faster liver recovery. And that's when, like a punch in the fucking face, an idea came to mind. Let's call it an epiphany. We know that alcohol is not great for your liver. It's great for your soul, at least that's what I tell myself. Not good for your liver. But dandelions fix liver. So by that logic, if we make wine, alcohol from dandelions, the dandelions will cancel out the effects of the alcohol, and wouldn't you fucking know it, we've got in super wine. You can drink as much of this shit as you want and you'll never hurt your liver because the dandelions will fix it. I'm joking, of course. This is not, the amount of alcohol that's in here will greatly outweigh the health benefits from said dandelions, but it was a fun thought puzzle, and besides, ended up with a shitload of dandelions, so I thought, let's make some dandelion wine. So be like your boy Jacob here and drink responsibly. I'm only gonna have like 1 or 2 glasses while making this video, you know, try to keep things under control.
2 hours later.
Kiss me, darling mother, drink a pint of beer, me grief and tears, and swallow enough to read the chorus. Leave where I was born, got myself like on the bench, gross and come the brand new pair of balls, rattling all the logs, frightening all the dogs, on the rocky road, a double and 1 to 3 for 1. Up the hair and turn down the rocky road, and on the way, the double and 1 for Holy Rock.
So, as usual, before I show you lovely people how I concocted this concoction, I'll give you some tasting notes. This is pretty young, but not that young. I did make this a while ago. So, sweet, young, not very clear. Look at that. Bit murky, despite being cold, crashed, and racked. This has only been racked once, okay? So it's not overly clear, but that's okay. Cloudy wines, this will clear up a little bit with time, but not everything needs to be clear. See, a lot of the time when we talk about clarification, clearing up our wines and homebrews and whatnot, it's for a visual aesthetic. It's not actually going to make that much of a difference to the taste. This has been cold crashed, this has been stabilized, this has been racked, i.e. there's not much yeast kicking around in there, but there's probably little bits of dandelion fucking gizmos floating about in there still. But it still tastes great, a bit young. Oh yeah, okay, so that's nice. Oh, that's very nice, very sweet. This is like a dessert. I probably put too much sugar in, which I'll talk about in a minute. This is more like a dessert wine. So it's sweet, it's fruity. It has a bit of earthiness to it. See, dandelions are quite fucking bitter, which is why you want to turn them into a sweeter wine, otherwise it's just, you know what I mean? So, sweet, florally. Definitely you can smell like vegetable flavors which aren't that desirable, but because of the sugar it kind of offsets it. It's lovely. Look at that color. That's all natural color from the flowers. Quite bizarre, really. What? yes, if I was to do this again, I would definitely use less sugar because I'm sweet enough. And personally, I prefer more dry wines. I would probably want this. This is 14.5% ABV, so 14.5% alcohol, so quite high as far as wines go, on the upper end of the spectrum anyway. But you know what, aside from it being quite sweet, I am self-conscious of the sugars. You know, your boy likes to stay in shape, sugar ain't great, but I fucking drink this all day, mate. But I say that about everything though, don't I? Alright, so, Dandelion Wine. Go watch my dandelion video if you want to know a little bit about the history of dandelions, how they sort of came around the world and all that sort of shit. But here's how I motherfucking made this motherfucker. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Wine does deliver, buckles my old wine and makes me quiver. Sweet nectar of the gods makes me shiver. On the upper and fixes my liver.
So yeah, I only did a small batch as you would have seen, just because, you know what, honestly, I would probably want to do, if I was to do this again, 5 times as much flour, like petals, to that 5 liters like that I made there. I probably didn't get enough petals for what I was after, but it is still pungent enough. You can still taste the flowers in there, but to really emphasize that dandelion wine, the dandelion element of the dandelion wine, I would have probably at least 3 times as many petals. It is a fiddly little job though. So it begs the question, is it worth it? Is it worth sitting there, picking up these little dandelions, fucking about for ages, adding a ton of refined sugar? You could probably use other sugar sources, maybe combine it with some sort of fruit. In fact, that'd be quite nice. I mean, it's evident due to the color. That color is from those flowers. Is it worth making it with all that fiddly little work? Nah, probably not, if I'm being honest, man. Like, if I'm being frank, or Jank, I've made much tastier things with fruits like elderberry wine, check that video out, or just any of my apple ciders and scrumpies are really, really yummy. And it's so much easier, just get a whole bunch of apples, fucking off you go. Is it worth it? Well, it's fun. Like that, all of this stuff is just experimentation. I enjoy the hobby, I enjoy the craft. If you were making this purely to have a self-sufficient, self-sustaining line of alcohol, probably I wouldn't muck around with flowers that much. It's a lot of fiddly, intricate work. Flowers have fuck all sugar in there. You can get nectar, don't get me wrong, but then, you know, the amount of sugar in those petals is next to nothing, so you need to add a whole bunch of sugar anyway, as opposed to using fruit, which is going to have a ton of sugar in it. I don't know if it's worth it. It's delicious, but you can get stuff that's way more delicious, or equally as delicious, for half the amount of time and effort. But, was it fun? Fucking oath! What would I do with those dandelions instead? Tea. You're probably better off, you have far more health benefit. Oh, there's no health benefits in this, let's not fucking... Is it worth it? Nah. But was it fun? Yeah. So, my beautiful little darlings, I will let you decide whether or not you want to make this shitty dandelion wine. Hey, you may have noticed we changed our logo. Don't worry, nothing else has changed. We just got a bit sick of the Aussie Ocker sort of looking motherfucker, and we decided to use something more earthy and aesthetic, which fits our brand a little bit better. You know, we're kind of outdoorsy, druid core kind of hippie sort of dudes. Pro science, 100%, science and literature, but we like being in nature. We're like nature nerds. So we changed our logo. Tell me what you think of it. Hey, also, look at this fucking beard. Look at this shit. Hey? Tell me what you think about that. It's getting pretty out of control. I've been playing a lot of dwarf video games, and yeah, I think it looks pretty groovy. So, I've been Jacob, you've been watching Choo. Hit the subscribe button, share this video around, go on our website, come and see me in real life. We do lots of festivals. We're doing our own festival coming up, a chili festival thing. Come and check it out. You can come right up to my fucking face and be like, hey, what's up, man? I'll be like, hey, what's up? And yeah, buy my stuff, do my stuff, watch my stuff, love my stuff, okay? Because I love you too. See you later.